どうもゆきべビです。今回もね、昨日の続きでね、キングダムズオブアマラー DLC ナロスの牙やってくんだけどね、まあ踏んだり蹴ったりな裏切りを受けてね、ボロボロになっちゃったよね。だから今回はね、付けの生産をねしてもらおうと思うよね。まあそんな感じでね、一緒に行こうぜ。
チャンネル登録よろしくね。
Beckoned. What has happened? Why are Anakatos' acolytes attacking us? What is he doing with the Hyperion?
彼はイディラを破壊するつもりだ。
Destroy Idilla? No! That zealous fool! Have the loss of his gods driven him to such despair to use the Beckoned and the Cipher for such ends? We must make our way from this place. We need to stop Anakatos, but we cannot do so here. Things are bound to be dangerous. Take this. I have not seen a shield of this craft before, but I think you can make use of it. Now, let us move.
あのカトスを止めるべきでは？
How if we cannot reach him? And we can do nothing to stop him if his worshippers kill us here. We must make for the surface, and hope that there is time enough for us to deal with him.
じゃあ行こうぜ。
Be cautious in these lands. Anakatos has sealed himself in with the Hyperion, and his silent choir will lay down their lives for him. I do not know what to do, Beckoned. I have defended my people from beasts and disasters, but nothing like this.
とりあえずあいつを食い止めなければね。
Of course, I will not let Anakatos destroy my people because he believes the gods demand it. I know we have the strength we need inside of us, despite his claims. We are worth saving, even if the gods disagree. But Anakatos has sealed himself in the Hyperion antechamber. Without the cipher and knowledge of the Hyperion, we are lost.
それならハイペリオンに急ごうぜ。
Anakatos was lucky enough to have your cipher to exploit it. With the cipher drained, we will never force it to unseal. If we knew more of the Hyperion itself, we might learn of some other way into it. But the only one that has this knowledge is Anakatos himself. Anakatos and his silent choir had a monastic retreat in the wilderness, Nixaros. We should search it for anything that might help us open the Hyperion.
サロスは
It
どこ
is
に
an old portion of the city that was never raised up. It was supposed to be a shrine of quiet contemplation. Now it is the refuge of Anakatos' silent choir. The complex rests where it was first carved, in the mountains of the Teeth.
ならさっさと行こ
Cautious, Ami. We cannot waste time. There does not appear to be much here, but we have to be thorough.
う。わかったよ。
Because
お、久々にこの石像を見たね。
beckoned, not time. Seek Primus below.
その奥進めって言えばいいじゃん。
Hold a moment. These are bodies of colossi. What are they doing here? Wait. I recognize some faces. Belfron. Amandia. These were great colossi, all viable competitors for the role of Primos at one time or another. I do not like the implications of this. What has Anakatos wrought?
ここで到着か？
You are too late.
隊長か。
The council already lies dying in the torture chambers, and the Jotun slaves will soon be butchered as the master ordered. Come, brothers and sisters, let us deal with these curs.
やってやるぜ。
I found these curious blades on one of my opponents. Your agility might suit them. Now, we must make clear what that cultist said. The council must be important, something that could help us find a flaw in his plan, perhaps, or learn more about the cipher and the Hyperion. But there are also the slaves. They will be killed if we don't save them. But if the council is dying, we must choose who we see to first.
両方助けようぜ。
I do not believe so. The council is dying if Anakatos' dogs are to be believed, and the slaves are to be executed. I am unsure who we should be trying to help, but you are the Beckoned of Athene. I must defer this choice to you. So decide. Do we go to the slave pens and help the slaves? Or do we go to the torture chambers to try to find Anakatos' council before it dies? Be cautious.
いや、これどっちがどっちよって話だよね。道がわからないよね。俺としてはね、奴隷を助けに行ってあげたいところだけどね。死にかけてんだったら助けたって、手遅れな可能性あるわけでしょ。あ、奴隷を助けるルートになってるね。なら OK。ゆきべびの奴隷解放宣言じゃいい。よいしょ。逃げろ。全員逃げろい。お、かわいいね、奴隷たち。あっちの奴隷も助けないと。元奴隷たちも一緒に戦ってくれんのかな、これ。てか逃げてていいけどね。もう奴隷が続々と集合してるぜ。行こう。一緒に行こう。ここまで来るなら一緒に行こう。ああ、奴隷が死んでる。奴隷は死んじゃうのか。じゃあもう来ないで。そこで待ってて。真面目に。
I am past the point of much, but I can feel the warmth of Athene in you, strange one. Has my time come at last? I cannot see. I cannot see. I know the beckon comes, but I cannot even look upon you.
救いに来たぜ。
I am beyond rescue. Anokatos kept me alive, and though I wished for death many times, I knew I had to live. Athene commanded it, for I spoke with her the day the gods struck us down for our folly. The day Anokatos hid my broken body and told the world I died. But I leave you not without a guide. Tell Sikandra she must remember her last day. She must.
Arcades. I had always... He had died. He had died years ago when the gods rebuked him and our people. It was truth. Anakatos had him alive and tortured. I thought... I watched him
彼が死ぬのところをこの目で
die
見たっ
years
て。
before. All that was
どういう
left of
翻
him
訳で
was a circlet. A circlet.
アーケスは最後の日について言っていた。
Our last day. The day... Could it mean the last day that I saw him? The last day we spoke? Before the Hyperion tragedy, he asked me to escort him through the wilds, to the shrines outside the city, the shrines of earth and air. He told me to remember them when times seem bleak. I thought nothing of it, but could he have known about this? About now?
大丈夫？
I once thought that faith was what would ruin my people, the thing that would distract them from their happiness. But I see now. It is apathy. To not care for our people, that is Anakatos' sin. As I thought it was our cases before him. But this is so much larger. Larger than I ever thought. An Arcase. He always knew that I would be here. He must have always known.
これからどうすっか？
The task is clear. We need to... Ah! My
あ、
head.
どうした？
Can you feel it? Something is wrong. This magic. Anakatos has done something. We must return to the city. We might be too late.
どうした？
Something grave has happened. I can feel it in my body. I fear
俺たちは
Anakatos
間
may
に合わ
have
なかったの
accomplished
か。
his goal.
と
Very
りあえず
well.
急ごう。到着。
The city seems intact, but still, the henge has already become disrupted. Anakatos has sealed us from the city. It is only a matter of time before he finds a way to destroy Idylla. We must find what Arcais spoke of, and quickly.
これからどこへ？
Arcais requested specifically that we go to the shrines of earth and air on the last day we spent together. There are two sites in the wilderness, touched by the gods, one in the peaks of the Teeth, and the other in its canyon. These were called the shrines of earth and air. I thought nothing of them, but Arcais knew. He must have known this day would come, when we needed them.
二つの聖堂が役に立つと？
I cannot say for sure, but there is more than coincidence here. That Arcais showed these places to me, that he mentioned them as he died. But we have little else to act on, and with every moment the chance of Anakatos' calamity occurring grows greater.
行ってきますって一緒に行くのかな？じゃあ行こうか。うん、近かったね。なんか泣いてるように見えるね。先に行こう。
These. I doubt that anyone has walked these halls since they were first shaped. I wonder if the words Arcais spoke were true.
どうしよ
I
う。
do not know for sure. When Arcais came here with me years before, he said this of the Earth Shrine. The earth is dark and heavy, and dangers hide unseen. Accept the light in darkness, for it knows the way. A light in this gloom is welcome, but I would not wander too far off the path. Very well.
オッケー。あの光を追っていけばいいのかな？奥なのかな？
Something feels strange beckoned. When you harnessed the Earth Shrine, my limbs never held more
なんか吸い取られ
strength.
た？
You look more whole, and I can feel the magic pouring through this land already. We must be close. The Hyperion waits.
次の聖堂に向かおうか。こっちは遠かったな。
Time is at hand. The path opens once more. To think that all this time we had the answer to the Hyperion below our feet. That our road to Anakatos forced us to solve this riddle seems more than coincidence.
じゃあ行こうぜ。
Very
よ
well.
し、封印を解いたぜ。
The cipher is whole again. As are you. We can unseal the Hyperion that we might stop Anakatos. And we've done so much more. I thought this all was to bring Anakatos to his judgment. But I was wrong. There is much more at stake here.
あのカトスに向かうか。あ、ここ俺が生贄にされた場所じゃねえか。道が開けたね。ようやく到着って感じかな。
You have finally come for the good of my people. It is time we beckoned, met, and fulfilled our roles.
我ら招かれし者、どういう意味だ？
Do you not see Athene's intent in this? Are you still blind as to your purpose and hers? I presume that Athene had only one true servant of her will, you. But I would show her that I could enact her goal of purging my people's wickedness. I came here to make the city fall. But when we parted, she began to speak to me, and me alone, for the first time in all these years.
ざれ言はよせ、あのカトス。
Very well. Let us conclude the god's riddle. With my death, the fate of my people will be undone.
それはどうやって？
The Hyperion was left by the gods. With the cipher in the hands of the beckoned, it amplifies a specific kind of magic. That would be the magic you wield. The power to change fate. The Hyperion will take your magic and reflect it, affecting all my people simultaneously. So we must show the gods that the time has come. Kill me, and you show our savagery can be beaten. You were beckoned to this, and so am I.
やるしかないのかこれ。なんかな、やったらやったでこいつの思惑にはまるからなんかやだな。殺したくねえな。やるしかないよね。不本意だけど。変じゃないんかい。あった。やべえ、油断した。まんまと敵の手のひらで踊らされたなこれ。
You've done it. Anakatos has been killed. But that energy that came from you, it raised the Hyperion. Without its magic to support the structure, this whole temple is coming down. We need to get out of here.
最初気になっちゃう。じゃあ脱出すんべ。
My work for me has finished, Second. Thou alone could do this.
全部壊れちゃったよもう。感謝永遠に。
Forever grateful. Thou hast freed this people. The Anakatos, Arcades, beckoned all. And the last, your faithful companion, Secondra. I beckon now.
ピタゴラスイッチってやつか。
We made it. And you've seen what has happened. The Hyperion soars within our city. We can never thank you fully for your skill. You are fierce and quick as the Terex. It is only fitting that you should have armor to suit the likeness. Take this. You have given us so much. I see the compassion and the influence the gods have had in my people's lives. My life. All along.
少なくとも決着はついたな。
For you, perhaps it is. But though you have finished with the task you were beckoned to do, I have yet to begin mine. Ithene said that I am to lead my people now. But can I? Arcase and Anakatos were beckoned in their own way. But is this truly my role?
また道は見つかるさ。
I've no doubt, for you have already shown us the path beckoned, and you will always have my thanks for that. Now, let us return to Idylla. Let us see the fruits of your labor.
じゃあ見に行こうか。新たなツイストオブフェイトが付与された。お、服が可愛くなったね。だいぶ可愛くなったんじゃないこれ。まあ、とりあえず今日はこんなもんだな。今回の動画はここまで。今回もメインストーリーやっぱ長いね。一つ終わったって感じだけどね、また。なんだかんだやっぱ面白いこのゲーム。まあそんな感じでね、チャンネル登録、高評価、コメントよろしく。んじゃな。